Hello again. It's 2009 now in Magnus' chess career, and he played Chorus. It's the same, another name for the Wijk tournament in Holland. As you can see here, Magnus did a fine result, but not one of his best one. He got 7 out of 13 plus 1. It's fine result, but it's not so good. Karjakin won the tournament, so and I also checked up now. It was late 2008 that Anand beat Kramnik and became the world champion. So Anand is the current world champion, and that's why neither Kramnik or Anand is playing this tournament, I think. So let's look at. I looked at the games, and the most interesting one of these is actually Magnus' draw against Karjakin, the winner of the tournament. So let's see it. Magnus has probably played Karjakin many times already. Karjakin is a few years older, but he was also like, yeah, all of these 2700 players, they are like chess geniuses. But Karjakin was also one of those. He was like a Grandmaster at 13 or something like that. Because you can't really get 2700 if you've used like an average talent like myself. So interesting here, a6 was popular. It was a move that was a lot played at this time, and it's quite interesting to see how Magnus answers it. He answers it by playing bishop d3, bishop g4, and this. Often the knight go to c3, but he obviously want to do h3, and when black takes, he wants to take with a knight. So it has some kind of it's a non-standard move, but it has been played. For example, look like Kramnik played it against Kasparov, for example, here, and also Nakamura has played it against Carlsen here. So black decides to take. And here Magnus does an ambitious move, something like b3, bishop b2 would have been more safe, more logical actually. But he does e4, which is a signal that he wants a sharp fighting game here. Yeah, white was threatening e5 and win a pawn, so h6 is kind of forced here. And here Magnus makes an interesting move. Computer thinks it quite fine, but it's still already a bit better for black. He plays g4, and the point will get obvious here. Obviously, if he does like this, which was actually possible, then he would take like this, take. And apparently Rook f7, because he can't take here because of the queen is trapped. But also something like this. He gets 2 dominant knights here. Good compensation for pawn. Actually, it's good for black to open the f-file. So this was also a good way to play for black. But Karjakin played knight b4. Yeah, maybe he had analyzed this the night before. It's a joke. The night before is same word as night before the move. So check. Magnus checked here, which is correct. If he moves the queen, takes, and that bishop is quite strong here, so he has to do it like that. And bishop b1, it's definitely Magnus' plan. And here Karjakin makes a good move. It was still possible to go for this kind of sacrifice and actually going back, because he can't do. Yeah, he can do that now. Why is that not so good? Okay, I missed that. So my commentary was wrong. He can always go here. Apparently, it's just because. Okay, it's in the long run. It's hard for bishop, queen here, rook f4, knight f8 traps the queen. I can read it here. That's a long line, so they need a Carlsen or Karjakin. This probably not see that. So he does f5 instead, which the computer also think is interesting. Takes, and he takes it there. If he would have moved the bishop, black would have taken it and then maybe saved his bishop, getting the bishop pass. So that's why Magnus is taking like this. And now he got this dominant knight here. It's quite dangerous here, and it looks a little bit like the game against Ernst he played maybe 20 games ago. But that was a Karjakin defense. This is this is much better no, this is not better, but this is a different opening, I mean. So if he plays something else here, computer wants this move apparently. So this is so strong, so it's no problem to sacrifice a rook here, because weak pawns, strong position for black's knight. So the computer already likes this for black apparently, which is a bit interesting. The computer is often quite materialistic, but okay, this queen can't go anywhere, and black is kind of dominating for an exchange. So, but he did this one, king g8, so he didn't have to lose that one, but apparently, yeah, it lost his advantage. Magnus went here. Again, knight f6, putting this a bit more active would be better. But this is also fine. Okay, the computer didn't like that. This bishop is a bad bishop here. It's defending a strong pawn if it would go here, but it doesn't have much prospect, so it's probably a bit wrong to let white take here. But Magnus didn't do it for some reason. This looks like an obvious trade to me. Get rid of the bad bishop, get away this dangerous knight. So, but Magnus, he didn't do it for some reason. White has some strong knights, but positionally black has some strong play. But this looks wrong to move down your strong knight like that. And also because Magnus has tactics here. Knight b6. And if he takes it, it's like a fork here. Even this is not so clear. Black still has the positionally better position. Okay, I don't like that rook a7 looks really wrong to put it here where it can't go anywhere. It looks really wrong. Also, sacrificing this rook was apparently not so bad either. Something like this. Good compensation for the exchange for black. Okay, so let's see what happens. As you can see, Magnus is winning here now, so he must have made some kind of a blunder or some. Karjakin is known for being like, I think Seravan called him the what was this? He was calling him. It was something like Minister of Defense or something like that, because he's like it was something like that because he's good, just a good defender. He just never gives up and tries to do his best all the way to the end. Okay, so the big mistake was here. After this move, he should apparently have taken here. Okay, now this is hanging, so he has to take back. Here. Okay, and this cannot move because of that one. That's a little bit weak that Magnus didn't see it. So it has to go here. And now he can take here. And now, because the queens are traded, black does not have enough compensation for the exchange any longer. Far from it, white is winning hard here after something like this. And then taking here and just picking up these pawns and queening the queen pawns. So that was a little bit weak by Magnus, that he didn't see that that tactically. He would have won the game if he had seen that, probably. And he does it in the wrong order here. That's also strange, that he doesn't want to take e6, but black doesn't defend it apparently. Now he takes. Okay. Wait, what's happening here? Can't he just take that one? Okay, so d5 was very, very big blunder. Yeah, it looks like he can just take this one and then just move the king. Yeah, and then just trade this active rook. Next move, trade it, and then like h6. Everything is hanging. Maybe try to block here. Then apparently take, and just trade that active rook. Okay, so if it takes, yeah, now it's mate next move. No, it's not mate actually, can go here. Check. Yeah, and this is winning the queen, yeah. Okay, that's also weird that he didn't take that. That's very important pawn, and now the knight can defend it. So maybe this was kind of a little bit of a sign that Magnus was not in his best form in this tournament, which is strange. His best tournament used to be the Wijk, because there is no distractions, only the cold winter in the rainy Wijk. And wind, it's apparently windy also because it's next to the North Sea. Okay. So yes, he must have missed something. Like now, of course, he threatens to take the queen here. And also this one winning the queen, so he basically has to take here. And now it's even pawns. Maybe white's a little bit better, but this is also... Black's king is as safe as white now, so it's quite an even game here now. And now with the queens are traded, it should be a draw, like all rook endings are drawn. And there used to be like a lot of leeway here for both of them. Magnus is kind of famous to playing to the end, but he can't win this against the Minister of Defense. Sorry, I went a bit quick here, but yeah. At this time we have started to play with these called Sophia rules, which is that players can't often draw too early. Like after some tournaments have moved 30, sometimes move 40, but here they could offer, of course. Okay, so next tournament will be Linares. I've also chosen game there, so see you then.